Welcome to Daily Crypto episode 30. You are definitely in the right place for your essential dose of market movements and insights from across the crypto landscape. Today, our mission really is to distill the most critical information you need and quickly so you're always ahead of the curve. The crypto world is just relentless, isn't it? Always evolving. And keeping up can often feel like, well, a full-time job. But that's what we're here for, to guide you through these fascinating, sometimes turbulent currents.
Indeed. And we're going beyond just the surface numbers today. We'll be touching on, everything from those subtle shifts in market sentiment, significant price actions, all the way to the crucial regulatory changes sweeping through. We'll also dig into some cutting-edge tech advancements and, importantly, those persistent security challenges that, frankly, demand our vigilance. It's a comprehensive look, really, at a market that truly never sleeps.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Let's set the stage, starting with a crucial glance at the market numbers that have been making waves. Right now, Bitcoin holding strong, hovering just above $105,800, showing a slight uptick. What is it, nearly a percentage point? 0.87%?
Yeah, just about. And Ethereum's also in the green, comfortably above $2,500. Similar positive change there, around 0.76%.
Okay.
And what's truly fascinating here isn't just the daily ebb and flow, it's
Yeah.
how these seemingly modest movements might reflect a kind of quiet underlying confidence, maybe hinting at consolidation.
Interesting take.
These aren't just figures, they're immediate reflections of shifts in sentiment, adoption rates, broader macroeconomic factors.
Right.
It's all in there. This snapshot highlights not just the volatility, but also the ongoing opportunities, even in these subtle daily shifts. We're seeing BNB performing steadily over $648. And Solana's making a notable move, up over 1%, near $147.
Right. That really emphasizes the impact of market psychology on these daily moves. And when you dive into the more adventurous corners, some might say speculative, even meme coins are showing interesting dynamics. Bonk, for instance, is up over 1%, near 0.000014. And Dogwifat seeing a similar increase, near $0.80.
Yeah, the meme coin factor is always there.
But it's certainly not all sunshine and rainbows, is it? We've seen some notable dips, too, like Popcat down over 1.2% at $0.09, and Pepe dipping slightly, 0.6% at 0.0000 cents. It's genuinely a mixed bag out there. It reflects all the diverse forces at play.
Absolutely. It's never straightforward.
Okay, so beyond the daily market movements, the whole landscape is being reshaped by these, well, tectonic shifts in how governments and corporations are engaging with digital assets. Here's where it gets particularly compelling on the regulatory front. First up, South Korea. Regulators there are actively pushing a crypto ETF plan. This isn't just a minor thing. It feels like a strategic move, positioning South Korea as maybe a global crypto financial hub.
That's a crucial point, yeah. They seem to be aiming to divert investment flows by offering these regulated access points. It could signal a new phase of kind of national competition for digital asset leadership.
Right.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, these institutional governmental moves, they suggest a growing integration of crypto into traditional finance,
Right.
moving it from the fringes, to more central roles.
Definitely. And that trend is sort of underscored by Arizona, right? Reevaluating their plan to hold Bitcoin using forfeited digital assets.
Exactly. It's not just about a state holding crypto. It's a government entity recognizing Bitcoin as a viable long-term store of value. That's a major shift in public perception and policy.
And it gets even more intriguing with a company like Semler Scientific, a traditional company. They've made this, well, surprising and massive bet, planning to acquire over 100,000 Bitcoin in the next 3 years.
100,000, it's
Yeah.
staggering.
For a non-crypto native firm, that's a profound vote of confidence in Bitcoin's long-term value. I mean, you have to wonder about the board meetings that led to that level of conviction.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you really do.
It highlights a changing corporate treasury strategy. Bitcoin's now being considered alongside traditional investments. And this growing institutional adoption, it raises an important question for you, the everyday user. How will this influx of big money impact accessibility, stability, and maybe reshape the market for retail investors?
That's the key question, isn't it? How does it trickle down?
And speaking of integration, let's talk tech and security, because they're intimately linked to this broader adoption. First, cross-chain interoperability, still a huge topic. It's not just about a seamless Web3 UX, letting different blockchains talk to each other. It's about battling the fragmentation of Web3, right?
Right. And the real challenge there is maintaining security and decentralization while bridging these diverse systems. It's like trying to get, every country's legal system to process transactions seamlessly across borders without a central authority. But digital,
That's a great analogy. And that challenge makes innovations like Alchemy Pay's plan for a stablecoin-focused blockchain, Q4 2025, makes it all the more significant.
Exactly. It signals continued development in creating more stable digital currency solutions, foundational for broader adoption, everyday use. Stablecoins bridge that gap between volatile crypto and traditional fiat. A dedicated blockchain for them could really enhance their utility and reach, pave the way for scalable Web3 apps.
And then a truly massive stride for user adoption, Cardano entering Brave Wallet's beta program. This could potentially give Cardano access to, what was the number, 88 million users.
88 million.
Yep.
Staggering, bringing its ecosystem to a vast new audience already in that privacy-focused browser.
Yeah. It's about bringing crypto to where people already are, lowering that barrier to entry for millions.
Which is fantastic for adoption. But
Yeah.
this broad integration, while exciting, it raises that important question again. As crypto becomes more integrated, more accessible, how do we navigate the inherent risks? The transparency of blockchain, it's a core strength, but it can be exploited if users aren't vigilant. And we've seen some, frankly, disturbing security incidents recently that really underscore this need for constant awareness.
You're absolutely right. These stories are jarring. We've seen troubling reports like those fake AVE ads popping up at the top of Google search results.
Right, prompting fears of sophisticated phishing attacks designed to steal user funds.
And these aren't random, are they? They're highly targeted attempts to exploit trust, visibility, preying on users looking for legitimate services.
Then there's that truly unfortunate story, the ex-Animoca executive losing their life savings in a Zoom hack, tied to the Lazarus Group.
Awful.
It just highlights how far bad actors will go, using seemingly innocuous tools like video conferencing for high-value crypto heists. It's a stark reminder that even experts in the space are targets, and the attack vectors are constantly evolving.
And the hits keep coming. After that $100 million heist from the Iranian exchange Novitex, the hackers leaked the full source code,
Adding insult to injury, and potentially exposing even more vulnerabilities down the line.
plus Cisco Talos warning about Pylon Ghost, that North Korean threat targeting crypto workers through fake job sites.
These are sophisticated, sometimes state-sponsored attacks. They require a whole new level of cybersecurity vigilance from everyone involved.
Absolutely.
So these incidents, taken together, they just underscore the critical need for robust personal security practices, being wary of phishing links, strong unique passwords, multi-factor authentication. Knowledge and vigilance are really your best defense. It's a continuous arms race, innovation versus exploitation. Staying informed is your most potent weapon.
So what does all this mean for the buzzing world of market narratives and what some are calling moonshots? This is a truly fascinating segment where speculation often runs wild, fueled by a mix of genuine innovation and, let's be honest, pure hype. We've been seeing common themes emerging from what's often called partner content sections. And it's really important to remember these are market observations, right? Not endorsements, but they definitely drive buzz and impact short-term sentiment.
Oh, absolutely. And what's fascinating here is how these narratives reflect that high-risk, high-reward nature many perceive in certain crypto sectors. It highlights the speculative energy driving a significant portion of this market. And while it's exciting, these predictions, these narratives, they inherently come with significant volatility. Understanding their origin is as important as understanding the assets themselves.
Exactly. There's still this palpable meme coin mania gripping the market. We're seeing discussions around coins like Pepe surging, new frog tokens emerging, even bold forecasts suggesting existing meme coins like Dogecoin and Hedera could surge past $1.
It's a very hype-driven part of the ecosystem. Often moves purely on sentiment, not fundamentals.
And closely related to that, there's consistent attention on pre-sale promises. We've seen incredible figures like BlockDAG smashing $309.5 million in its presale, and whispers of potential 10x returns or even massive percentage skyrockets. Like one new meme coin predicted to surge 28,905% by 2025.
Wow. And for the sophisticated investor, these aren't just numbers, right? They invite a deep dive into the kind of due diligence needed for successful pre-sale participation and understanding the regulatory minefield that's increasingly surrounding them, especially in 2024.
Good point.
And this often leads to critical conversations about how established alts are really performing beneath the surface, while some, like Cardano's ADA, might look like they're stagnating on price charts. Savvy observers are tracking underlying development, ecosystem growth. Meanwhile, other smaller coins surge with explosive on-chain activity. AVX, for example, eyeing the $45 mark amid increasing network use. And of course, the perennial question, Can ETH really reach $5,000? What would actually drive that? These narratives pull between genuine tech advancement and pure market sentiment. Requires a discerning eye.
It certainly makes you think about fundamentals versus hype, and it raises that important question for you, the listener. In this fast-moving environment, how do you discern genuine, sustainable opportunity from pure, often fleeting speculation? It truly requires a blend of curiosity, critical thinking, and a commitment to continuous learning.
Well said.
And that leads us perfectly into the broader learn section of the crypto space, highlighting how crucial ongoing education is for navigating these waters effectively. For those looking to gain an edge, understanding concepts like the implications of AI for crypto prediction, not just if it's a myth, but how it's evolving, that's becoming increasingly important. As we explore new tools and technologies, the goal isn't just keeping up, it's anticipating.
As we've seen, the crypto world isn't just about daily price movements. It's about a continuous, proactive learning journey. Understanding the nuances of, say, a wrapped stiff, not just an ETH derivative, but a key component for advanced DeFi strategies, or the tactics of adhesion in crypto slang. It empowers you to navigate this space more effectively. It's really about leveraging knowledge to make informed decisions, capitalize on opportunities, rather than just reacting to the latest buzz.
What an incredible deep dive. We've covered so much ground today. We've seen that powerful pull of institutional adoption, South Korea pushing ETFs, traditional companies making huge Bitcoin bets. We've celebrated tech innovations like cross-chain interoperability and Cardano's reach into Brave Wallet. Huge potential there. But we've also squarely faced the critical security risks. Phishing scams, sophisticated state-sponsored hacks, underscoring that in crypto, you are often your own bank. And that comes with serious responsibility.
It really does.
And then there's the wild, speculative ride of market narratives, pre-sale promises, where fortunes are made and lost on the daily buzz. It's clear this market is relentless. Its pace of innovation and speculation constantly demands your attention.
And if we connect all this to the bigger picture, it's clear that while the market continues to mature, with increasing regulatory interest, significant institutional investment, it absolutely remains a frontier of both remarkable opportunity and considerable challenge. That duality is always present. Critical thinking, as always, is your most valuable asset when engaging with this dynamic space, separating that signal from the noise.
So as you step back into your day, here's a final provocative thought for you to mull over. With traditional finance increasingly embracing crypto and new technologies constantly emerging, where do you see the next truly transformative breakthrough happening in this space? And, maybe more importantly, what role might you play in bringing it to fruition? Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into the latest in crypto. We hope you feel a little more well-informed and ready to navigate these fascinating currents. Until next time.